And I was on a WhatsApp call with a good friend of mine who asked me, who said, "Hey, dude, you're so crazy." So I said, "Dude, it's not even on the top 10 of the lists that I'm like the top craziest things." We were just chatting. And so he asked me, "So what is the craziest things you ever did?" And gosh, I was thinking, and we were laughing on the phone, right? And oh, whoa, the guy just, okay, crazy driver. Yeah, so I was thinking, I was like, okay, so what was the craziest thing ever? And then I said, okay, I need to share this, because sometimes you really have to raise the level of craziness. One of the craziest things I've ever done was I was in Austria, and I was studying for it was not the final exam in medicine, but it was one of the final exams. And it was, well, we had these really long exams. And so I had 3 weeks of really hardcore final studies. So I'm writing on Facebook with a good friend of mine who back then lived in LA, and he said, "Hey, there's this really nice flight from Germany via the US, and you fly around in circles pretty much in all the US. It's all in first class, and it's a really good deal. And you can use the miles to get a flight afterwards that's even like the miles are worth more than the flight you pay at the beginning." So for those of you that are not familiar with this concept, when you fly and you fly in first class, you get more miles. Well, you can use these miles to redeem for flights afterwards. And so I said, okay, I have nothing to do the next 3 weeks, so why not book a flight and fly in circles in the US and do nothing else than study medicine and collect miles that I could use later on. So, well, I booked, I don't know, for 2.5 weeks I did nothing else than fly in circles in the US. People in the lounges already started to know me, because they were like, "Oh, this is this crazy kid coming who's just sitting around the lounge studying, taking a flight, flying somewhere." So I flew to Philadelphia, flew down to Tampa, flew up to Philadelphia, flew all the way across to San Francisco, flew up all the way Portland and back down, and in circles. And I did this for 2.5 weeks. Yeah. If I look back, this was by far one of the craziest things I've ever done in my life. Would I do it again? I'm not sure. It was great. It was 2.5 weeks. Collected so many miles that I could fly off of it afterwards for a year for a very good deal. And it was a lot of fun. So, okay, why am I telling this to you? Sometimes you have people telling you that you're crazy. And that's great. If you want to be normal, then be normal, be like everyone else. But if you really want to raise the bar, then yeah, do that. And hey, if there's a great deal with a freaking flyer deal, let me know. I'm always happy to join, so we can do some crazy stuff together. And okay, I need to hop out now, go into the Austrian embassy. Okay, cheers.